couldn't get it under control.
A different virus is spreading quickly across BYU campus.
Leaders of the church have found common ground with the NAACP as we have discussed challenges that beset some of God's children.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints releases their worldwide report ahead of General Conference and highlights their partnership with the NAACP.
I don't care what the appraisal comes in at or what the value of the home is. I'm willing to pay cash.
Utah has 3 cities in the top 10 list of most overpriced homes in the nation. Welcome to Universe Live. It's Thursday, September 30th. I'm Catherine Bennett.
And I'm Allie O'Rulian. Thinking about buying a house in Utah, this new survey may have you think twice.
Universe Live reporter Joe Belknap talked to home buyers, realtors, and homeowners to figure out why prices are so high.
3 Utah cities cracked the top 10 most overpriced housing markets in the entire United States: Provo, Ogden, and Salt Lake City. Using decades of data from Zillow, 2 researchers at Florida Atlantic University calculated that home buyers of those cities are paying on average 44% more than current housing price trends estimate.
The interest rates are still low, but our prices have gone up, and so it's going to be tougher in the lower price ranges.
What is going on with Utah's housing market?
Supply and demand, right?
The supply of homes is not keeping up with the demand.
We have about a 1-month supply of inventory right now. To have a balanced market between buyers and sellers, we need about a 6-month inventory.
Sellers started realizing that they had the upper hand in this. The buyers were at their mercy.
According to the census, Utah is the fastest growing state.
We've had so many people not only moving to Utah with job creation, we have a lot of people who stay here.
Homeowners looking to sell are cashing in.
The market was so hot and we could get out and make enough money to get rid of all of our debt.
They bought their home in 2018 for $318,000 and sold it for nearly double.
Almost 100% profit.
On the flip side, home buyers have a rough road ahead of them.
We put about 15 offers on houses before one stuck.
This new homeowner wanted to buy in the Provo area,
but it just wasn't an option because the pricing was so high.
Instead, she looked elsewhere.
Because Eagle Mountain is a little bit less pricey because it's a newer development.
If you're looking to buy a home, places like Eagle Mountain or even here in Vineyard are building homes every single day at a much cheaper price than Provo, Salt Lake City, or Ogden. Reporting for Universe Live, I'm Joe Belknap.
Thanks, Joe.
Bridal Veil Falls, one of Provo's favorite hiking spots, could become a state park or monument. Earlier this month, the Utah State Legislature asked the Utah State Parks to study the possibility of making Bridal Veil Falls an official state park. The Provo City government held a public engagement workshop to get input from people who live in Provo and frequently visit the falls. Now, the Division of State Parks will review all of the research, ideas, and other statewide feedback. The division will then present their findings and suggestions to the Utah State Legislature.
The Larry H. Miller Group of Companies sells its dealership to Asbury Automotive Group. The $3.2 billion sale with Atlanta-based Asbury includes 5,300 employees in 60 locations in the western United States. 4 of those dealerships are in Provo and Orem. Asbury says the dealerships will keep the Miller name. The CEO of the Larry H. Miller Companies says this deal will allow them to diversify and grow the company in industries such as healthcare and development.
The Red Cross desperately needs blood donations.
Sunday morning, I just woke up, had a headache, had a cough, ton of drainage, and it was one of those things like, oh man, I definitely got the cold right now.
Thomas is one of many BYU students who has fallen prey to an illness that has accompanied the shift to cooler temperatures, turning carefree trots across campus into crumpled up tissues thrown across the room.
And it kind of just got worse and worse over the past few days and stuff.
This sickness has raged rampant through the community of Provo.
I know that a lot of students have gotten it.
But the spread has occurred despite the efforts of students like Thomas to stop the sharing of viral germs.
I was coughing a ton yesterday. I felt like I couldn't get it under control, so didn't want to go and try to spread that across campus or anything.
Students at BYU have been stocking up on medicine and trying to play it safe, but the disease is persistent and tough to avoid.
The way I think I got it was just from hanging out with my friends, and that wasn't on the university or going to classes or anything like that. I mean, we're here in classes, we're wearing masks and stuff.
BYU has been preparing to prevent the spread of viruses during the ongoing battle against COVID-19. That bodes well for the new fight against other illnesses that are impacting the community.
I mean, you can't perfectly control a virus.
And with complete prevention of the disease looking impossible, people are restocking on medicine at the pharmacy and visiting local Instacares often. Reporting for Universe Live in Provo, I'm Joseph Andresen.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints released their latest World Report.
This is the World Report of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
The biannual report includes a compilation of recent news from the church. The October 2021 edition includes information on Latter-day Saint charities, donations, and work to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. Their church's partnership with the NAACP is highlighted, including the church's $6 million donation to help people in underprivileged areas.
We must communicate with each other, listen to each other, see each other, feel each other's pain.
The report also details the completion of the church's revitalization project in Mesa, Arizona, church leaders in person and virtual ministries, and 8 temple groundbreakings. The video is available in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. You can view the entire report now on the church's YouTube channel or at newsroom.churchofjesuschrist.org. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints will hold a Saturday evening session of general conference for all members of the faith. In June, the church had announced it would be discontinuing the Saturday evening sessions, which are typically tailored separately to men or to women. However, at the end of July, the First Presidency of the church announced plans to continue holding a general session, citing increasing challenges facing members of the church worldwide. They invite all members and friends of the church to view the Saturday session, which begins at 6 p.m.
It's time to pull out your phones and prove that Provo is the most beautiful town around. Provo City is accepting submissions for the Provo Photo Contest until October 10th. You can submit photos of the scenery, life, architecture, and anything else you find beautiful and inspiring in Provo. The contest is open to everyone living in Provo, so as all the leaves change and sweater weather moves in, be sure to capture it all on camera. You can submit your photos online at provophotocontest.com.
From apples to zucchini, a farmer's market in Orem has everything you could need.
A great sense of community, and also it's an amazing way to just get my product out.
Find out which small businesses are participating and how you can help support them.
This weekend, we got women's rugby season starting off, and the battle between our BYU Cooks and Utah State to see who keeps the wagon wheel.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
As fall weather begins, farmers and local business owners come together to keep summer around for just a bit longer.
Brinley King went to the market to check out the local shops.
Many local farmers, food artisans, and small businesses gather here in the Orem City Center Park every Wednesday evening as a way to encourage healthy lifestyles and boost the local economy.
When you support local, you are supporting the farmer directly.
Different shops vary from fresh produce to Halloween pumpkins to even customizable flower bouquets. Dee Nell tells us what she loves most about participating in the farmers market.
I love the sense of community and camaraderie in the market. It's really cool. We're all kind of supporting each other in our local thing, and it's just a cool feeling to be here. So.
When supporting local businesses, there is a greater level of intimacy between the seller and the buyer.
It kind of brings back the same customers every week, so it's really neat to get to know my customers and kind of keep it on a local level.
Fred Openshaw has been a participant in the farmers market for the past 2 seasons.
The farmers market, you get directly with the customers. You get to have that interaction. You get to see they like your fruit.
The customers know exactly the time frame of season for each of their produce.
We have regulars that come back every week or every other week, and they just can't wait for the product.
Whether you are a regular or visiting for the first time, the Sunset Farmers Market has a fun and lively vibe, with lots to enjoy, including live music, food trucks, and tons of small shops to browse. If you or anyone you know would like to be a vendor, you can apply at sunsetfarmersmarket.com. Reporting for Universe Live in Orem, I'm Brinley King.
Thanks, Brinley. The Sunset Farmers Market has...
The Jazz are giving fans a sneak peek at the upcoming season.
Rudy off his hands, and then Clarkson runs it to the rim. A busted play.
On Saturday, fans can watch the Jazz prepare for their season on Zoom. Crowd favorites like Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and Mike Conley will be there as they focus on the season ahead. The team has already started practicing, and part owner Dwayne Wade is showing off his moves. After watching him sink more threes than the star players, maybe we should consider giving Wade a uniform and a place on the roster this season.
Sports update. The NCAA March Madness will now include women starting in 2022. The Women's Basketball Championship Tournament will be part of March Madness branding. The NCAA made the announcement Wednesday. College basketball fans have been watching March Madness for many years, but the branding for the annual event never included the women's games. Officials said being part of the March Madness will help raise more awareness and marketing for women's basketball. The Women's Final Four is scheduled for April 1st throughout the 3rd in Minneapolis. The Men's National Championship game is April 4th in New Orleans. BYU basketball scheduling will take a dramatic turn once it joins the Big 12. When the Cougars join the Big 12 for the 2023-24 season, they won't have to worry so much about scheduling Quad 1 and Quad 2 games, which are necessary to enhance their NCAA tournament resume for their non-conference slate. BYU conference schedule will feature plenty of Quad 1 opportunities with Big 12 games against Kansas, Baylor, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Houston, and Cincinnati. But the Cougars' winning percentage at the Marriott Center has discouraged teams from agreeing to travel to Provo. For now, the process of piecing together an intimidating non-conference schedule requires a lot of research, hard work, and good fortune. It is rugby season, and BYU women's rugby is ready to kick off with their season with a blue versus white game this Friday. BYU women's rugby published their season schedule to host and travel under COVID-19 safety guidelines. The team schedule will feature plenty of in-state opportunities with games against UVU, Air Force, Central Washington, Life, and Grand Canyon University. You can follow them on social media at BYU Women's Rugby Team. Prepare your BYU t-shirts and hoodies because this weekend BYU football and men's soccer is ready to win.
Well, I'm really excited for the football game, and we have a pretty fun story coming up for our kicker.
Yes, I'm so excited about it. Today, it's time to get smacking.
Because today is National Chewing Gum Day. Chewing gum goes back more than 5,000 years, and it's been used over the years for enjoyment, to deal with hunger, and as a breath freshener. Early forms of chewing gum included tree bark tar, sap resin, and wax. Gum has come a long way since then. The first commercial chewing gum came out in 1848 and went by the name the State of Maine Pure Spruce Gum, and a patent on chewing gum was filed in 1869. Studies show chewing gum helps improve memory, reduce stress, and increase alertness.
Thanks for joining us today for Universe Live.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website at universe.byu.edu.
Have a great day.